Well, 4 games in, we are top of the table and unbeaten so far in the league. Hopefully we can carry that on today as we start our FA Cup campaign. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3 of One Team, One Dream, Into the Woods. My name is James, and on today's episode we have 2 matches. First in the National League against 5th place Chesterfield, followed by an unknown team currently as we start the FA Cup at the 4th qualifying round. Since you're last with me, so we played Yeovil and Torquay in the first episode of the season. We then backed those up with massive wins against Notts County and Dover. I cannot overemphasise how strong we have been in those last 3 matches, scoring 16 goals between the 3 matches. It has been ridiculous. We've not even got our main striker back yet. So it's whether he's even going to get back into the side at this point, or whether we even need him. But maybe that's me getting a little bit ahead of myself. But we have been absolutely dominant, and so quite rightly sitting at the top of the table with 10 points from our first 4 games, with just 1 draw and no losses. Hartlepool do have a game in hand, so if they win that, they will obviously go above us. But we will take being top of the table for as long as we can stay there. So, as I mentioned, we will be facing an unnamed team in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round in the second match of today's episode. And I have timed it so we have the draw for the 4th qualifying round to see who we're going to get in this match. Right, we're most of the way through the draw and we haven't come out yet. I was hoping that we'd come out as a home team so I could do the big reveal. There's no real big teams in this tournament at the moment, is there? But it's always nice for a bit of suspense. There we go, Spennymoor from the National League North. I mean, that's a match we should surely be winning. I'll allow us to go through to what I would presume is then going to be the first round proper. So we'll be facing Spennymoor in the second match of today's episode, hopefully putting us through to the proper FA Cup first round. Here we are on match day for the first match of today's episode against Chesterfield. And this is the team that is going to face them today. We have Ashmore in goal, a back four of Femi, Champion, Fifield and Smith, midfield of Adebayi and Ricketts. Whiteley and Thomas are our wide men, with Colthurst and McKinnon, who are the dynamic duo up front. When I looked at his stats earlier, Colthurst is on 2 goals a game at the moment on average. He has scored 8 goals in the first 4 matches, which, being the fact that the first match was a 0-0, shows you why we've had the scorelines that we have. Right, the first highlight here is Chester with the ball in our half on 14 minutes. We managed to clear the throw, but only as far as another Chesterfield player, Weston. Now to Rowley, to Denton, back to Rowley, now to Dennis. To Bowden, but Champion manages to get the tackle in and clears it. Unfortunately, McKinnon can't get there first, and now Maguire collects the ball for Chesterfield as they look to bring it forward again with Leatheran, their goalkeeper, who leathers it forward to Dennis, who's free in space. He's managed to split our central defenders. Luckily, his shot goes wide of the post and doesn't worry. I was about to call him Travers then, and that's my goalkeeper from my other save, and doesn't trouble Ashmore. Oh, my keeping 2 saves going. My brain is just mush. And that was it. That was I think was it 1 highlight in that first half? Not exactly the most thrilling. We only had 1 shot on target as well. We definitely need to do better in that second half. I'm going to say, can we pump fists? I don't want to say that. I want to say I'm unhappy with the performance. I'm going to point the finger. Not happy. Go out and win that second half. And we have a highlight here with Chesterfield with the ball, looking to knock it forward, but Fifield manages to clear it, but only as far as Rowley. Rowley trying to look for Tyson, but we managed to win the ball back. Now with Thomas, with McKinnon. McKinnon, brilliant ball forward to Colthurst. Can he get his 9th of the season? Yes, he can. Oh, it's disallowed. We finally managed to get the ball in the back of the net, and unfortunately it was disallowed. McKinnon, brilliant ball forward. This guy is 16 years old. And that was a pinpoint pass. There's nothing on him for that. That was all Colthurst not getting on onside. Smith now with the ball to McKinnon. McKinnon unfortunately loses the ball to Tyson. Smith wins the ball back. Looking to bring it into the centre, looking for Colhurst. Colchester. Chesterfield managed to win the ball. What is my brain at the moment? I don't know what is going on. Dennis with the ball now. To Denton. In the middle to Maguire. Big ball forward. Looking for... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. In forward to Bowden. To Tyson at the back post. Chesterfield go 1-0 up. Of course he scores his first... What is it with players scoring their first goals of the season against me recently? I know what is going on here. Thomas is tired apparently on 60 minutes. So let's make some substitutions because I think we need to because we're not playing very well. I mean, Femi is having an awful game. Let's take him off and bring on Blackshaw. Am I going to end up making... I mean, Colthurst. What has happened to you? I was complimenting you before the match and you... Have I broken you? Is that what's going on here? Can anybody play up front? Because we've got nobody else on the bench. Whiteley can apparently play up front. So let's stick Whiteley up front. What's his finishing like? Finishing isn't very good. McKinnon's is actually better, so let's swap them over. Let's play Whiteley as a deep lying forward. Let's bring on Courtney Watson for Colhurst. I'm shocked I'm having to take him off, but he has played very poorly in this game. I think we'll bring on Adam McDonough as well in that central midfield to play that Carolina role. As all the best managers do, making a triple substitution on 60 minutes. And Chesterfield have a free kick whipped into the centre. Ashmore, they manages to collect it. It was straight at him. No one managed to get to the ball, but Ashford, big ball forward, looking for Whiteley. Unfortunately, is cleared by Chesterfield. But as far as Smith, it is back and forth between the two teams at the moment. But Dennis manages to bring the ball down. He's being unpressured at the moment as he tries to come into the penalty area. But luckily, his shot was very weak and goes wide of the post. But I did demand more. But I'm going to do another shout as well. I can't do another shout yet. Let's fire the team up. Come on, let's go very attacking. We cannot go out like a lose in a game like this on a whimper. And there's nothing left in this game. That was a pathetic result. I mean, we have come down with a bump there. How have we won the last two matches 5-1 and then on an episode we decide not to turn... Do you know what? I'm throwing the bottle. I'm far from pleased. Everyone's demotivated by... English. Everyone is demotivated by that. That was pathetic. Yes, that was rubbish. Thank you, Keenan Chalk. I think your name's or Chalk. I think your name is. That was definitely rubbish. Right, well, at least we get a little bit of a break from the National League now as we go into the next match against Spennymoor, and hopefully we manage to avoid an embarrassing result there as well. So eagle-eyed viewers will notice a costume change. Unfortunately, you'll also notice the final score of the Spennymoor Boreham Wood match on the screen at the moment. And the reason for that, and the reason for the costume change, is because of the fact this is actually the following day after I recorded the first half of this episode. And I did, in fact, go through the match on camera and commentated all the way through to it. Got to the end of the match before realising I hadn't pressed record for the second half of the episode. So I'm a complete idiot. And so I'm going to have to make the best of what I can. I'll show you guys. It was... frustratingly, it was a very, very good match, and I'm disappointed we couldn't get it on an episode. But we have, spoiler alert, we have got through to the first round of the FA Cup, but by the skin of our teeth. And trust me when I say this, it felt like I had to drag this team across the line. I even had a news article come through saying that Ricketts put the win down to my team talk, and that's really what it felt like. Was I was having to drag this lot across the line because we were 2-0 down at one point. But we can go through the highlights here. Now, so we have... here we go. So we have the first goal here. So this was the first one. So Blakeman again with the ball. Thompson whips it into the far corner. That was number 2. That put them 2-0 up. And then it took until the 76th minute for us to actually do anything. Big ball forward from defence to Colhurst. Colhurst smashes it in, out of frustration more than anything else. And then after that I thought was going to be a McDonald sending off, but it wasn't even a foul to McKinnon to Colhurst. Colhurst for his second, bringing it to 2-2 and taking us into extra time. And then this was the winning goal. McDonald out to Femi into the centre to McKinnon, and McKinnon gets his his only goal of the match to send us through to the first round proper of the FA Cup. Now, last thing I'm going to do before I end the episode is I'm going to run through, see if we can try and get the first round draw. It'll be really cool to see who we get, because that is likely to be the next episode. So we're going to jump through forward to the 7th of November, and because we've got Bromley who are in 17th, we've got Eastleigh who are in 22nd. I'll play either side. We'll play the next two games. I'll play the next two games offline. We'll see how we get on. Maybe we'll go for Bromley as it's the televised match. And I try and do a bit of a home and away on each one. So depending on whether this is home or away is whether which other match we do. But I will jump forward to the draw. So here we are, the FA Cup first round proper. Now, obviously, we've got 80 teams left in this draw, so I'm not going to go through them all. What I'll probably do is skip forward until we get drawn. Hopefully, it will be a nice home tie. Although, to be fair, I would take a big away tie as well. But it'd be nice to be able to fill out the ground if we can get a decent home tie, or maybe get a home tie against a team below us, and maybe get an opportunity through to the second round, and hopefully be able to accrue a little bit of prize money this season, because that's something I think we definitely need is to try and maybe have a little bit of a cup run. As there's no expectation, obviously, that we're going to get anywhere in the playoffs or get promoted this season. So maybe a cup run will be a nice focus, especially in the early stages of this season. So here we have just stopped it. We are at home. Who are we going to have at home? And the opposition is going to be Chesterfield. Okay. Right, let's draw all teams. Where are Chesterfield in the league? They are 4th, so that is going to be a tough test. There's a chance it could be a possible playoff preview if the season continues the way it is at the moment. But there we go, there's confirmation. We are to face Chesterfield at home. Not quite the big home tie I was hoping for, but it will still hopefully be a competitive fixture, and facing a team in our own league at the very least gives us, I think, a good opportunity to try and get through to the second round and maybe try and get a bigger tie. And obviously the goal here would be the elusive third round where the Premier League teams start to join in. But I'm not going to get ahead of myself. We've got Chesterfield to beat next. So as that is going to be at home, what I think I might do is do Chesterfield first. The FA Cup match will be first, and then we will do Eastleigh as the next next match after that. So we only had about 1.5 matches on that episode, but if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new FM21 videos as they come out. And thank you very much for watching.